Have you ever walked into a home and instantly felt your shoulders relax before you even figured out why? No dramatic interior design, no golden chandeliers, no furniture that looks like it belongs in a billionaire's palace. Yet somehow, everything feels calm, clean, and effortlessly welcoming. Now here's the surprising part. Many Japanese homes create that feeling long before anyone picks up a broom or starts cleaning. Is there a secret cleaning fairy hiding behind the curtains? A tiny ninja dusting shelves while everyone sleeps? Not quite, although that would explain why your missing sock never comes back. The real secret is much simpler, and honestly, much smarter. Japanese homes are often filled with small, intentional things that quietly prevent clutter, reduce stress, and make everyday life easier. Instead of constantly fighting mess, these everyday items stop chaos before it even has a chance to unpack its suitcase. Think of it this way. Most of us spend our weekends chasing clutter around the house like we're starring in an action movie. Meanwhile, these simple habits do the hard work every single day. Today, we're stepping inside a typical Japanese home to discover the practical things they keep that make such a remarkable difference. Indoor slippers. One of the first things you'll notice in many Japanese homes is a simple pair of indoor slippers waiting near the entrance. It might seem like a small detail, but this one habit makes an enormous difference. The moment outdoor shoes come off, dust, bacteria, and tiny stones stay outside where they belong. That means floors stay cleaner for longer, carpets last longer, and cleaning becomes much easier. Think about everywhere your shoes have been today. Sidewalks, parking lots, public restrooms, buses, trains, and streets visited by thousands of people every day. Now imagine inviting all of that into your living room. Suddenly, taking your shoes off doesn't seem so strange anymore. Indoor slippers also create a subtle mental shift. They tell your brain, work is over. You're home now. It's a small ritual that helps people relax almost instantly. And let's be honest, your feet deserve different careers than your sneakers. Your running shoes have been working overtime all day. Give them a well-earned retirement at the front door. It may sound simple, but this tiny habit quietly protects the cleanliness and peaceful atmosphere that Japanese homes are famous for. 3. Small cleaning cloths everywhere. Here's another surprisingly effective secret. Many Japanese homes keep cleaning cloths within easy reach. You'll often find one in the kitchen, another in the bathroom, and another tucked away in the living room. Why? Because when cleaning takes only 10 seconds, people actually do it. A splash of water on the counter, wipe it. A fingerprint on the table, wipe it. A little dust on the shelf, wipe it. Instead of waiting for cleaning Saturday, they handle tiny messes before they grow into major projects. It's much easier to erase one small stain than to spend 3 hours wondering how your house turned into a disaster movie. After all, dust grows faster than your motivation. We've all had those moments. You notice a little dust and think, I'll clean that tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week becomes next month, and suddenly you're writing your name on the bookshelf just to see if anyone notices. Japanese homes stay consistently tidy not because people spend all day cleaning, but because they make cleaning incredibly easy to start. The easier a good habit becomes, the more likely you'll actually stick with it. 4. Storage baskets. If there's one item that quietly saves countless hours of frustration, it's the humble storage basket. Japanese homes often use simple baskets, trays, and containers to give everyday items a permanent home. Keys have a place, remote controls have a place, charging cables have a place. Even those mysterious little objects that somehow appear out of nowhere eventually find a home. Without designated storage, everything starts wandering around the house like tourists who forgot where they parked the car. We've all experienced the great remote control mystery. You search under cushions, inside blankets, behind the television, and somehow the remote is sitting in the refrigerator. Okay, maybe not the refrigerator, but it certainly feels that ridiculous sometimes. Storage baskets remove the daily stress of searching because every item knows exactly where it belongs. When everything has a home, putting things away takes seconds instead of becoming another chore you'll avoid. Simple organization often beats expensive furniture every single time. 5. Air-Purifying Plants. Japanese homes frequently include small indoor plants, not simply because they're beautiful, but because they help create a calm and refreshing environment. A touch of greenery softens a room, adds natural color, and makes even a compact space feel more welcoming. Many air-purifying plants are also easy to care for, making them perfect even for beginners. You don't need to transform your home into a rainforest. Just one healthy plant on a table, shelf, or windowsill can make a surprising difference. Unlike artificial decorations that simply sit there looking pretty, living plants bring a sense of life into a room. They quietly remind us to slow down, breathe, and appreciate nature even indoors. Sometimes elegance isn't about adding something expensive. Sometimes it's as simple as keeping something alive. 6. Tatami or comfortable floor space. Not every home needs traditional tatami mats, to borrow this Japanese idea. The real lesson is creating a comfortable space where people naturally want to sit, relax, read, stretch, or simply enjoy a quiet moment. Japanese homes often avoid filling every corner with oversized furniture. Instead, they leave room for life to happen. An open floor doesn't feel empty. It feels peaceful. It gives children room to play, families space to gather, and everyone a chance to slow down without feeling crowded by furniture. Many of us treat our homes like furniture showrooms, squeezing in one more chair, one more table, one more cabinet, until even the air starts asking for personal space. Japanese design takes the opposite approach. Instead of asking, "What else can we add?" it asks, "What can we remove so this room can breathe?" Sometimes the most valuable thing keeping your home is a little empty space. 7. Compact furniture. Walk into many Japanese homes, and one thing immediately stands out: not what's there, but what's missing. There isn't a giant sofa swallowing half the room. There aren't 3 coffee tables competing for attention, and somehow, nobody seems to miss them. Japanese homes often favor compact, practical furniture that fits the space instead of overpowering it. Every piece has a purpose, making even a small apartment feel surprisingly open and comfortable. It's a simple idea: less furniture means more breathing room. Think about it. Have you ever bumped your knee on a table, squeezed sideways between chairs, or apologized to a bookshelf just because you walked past it? At some point, the furniture starts acting like the owner of the house, and you're just paying rent. Some living rooms have enough chairs to host a United Nations meeting, even though only 3 people actually live there. Japanese design asks a different question. Instead of, "How much furniture can we fit?" it asks, "How much space do people actually need to enjoy living here?" When you remove unnecessary pieces, something amazing happens. Light flows more freely, cleaning becomes easier, children have room to play, adults have room to breathe, and suddenly, the house feels bigger without adding a single square meter. Sometimes, luxury isn't having more furniture, it's finally being able to walk across the room without performing an obstacle course. 8. A place for umbrellas. Now here's an item that's so ordinary, most people never think about it. An umbrella stand. In Japan, where rainy days are common, umbrellas don't wander around the house looking for a place to drip. They have a home. As soon as someone walks through the front door, the umbrella goes exactly where it belongs. No puddles on the floor, no wet carpets, no frantic search the next morning while muttering, "I know I left it somewhere." It's one of those tiny habits that quietly saves time, protects the house, and keeps the entrance looking neat. Imagine if every item in your home behaved as politely as an umbrella in Japan. Keys would stop playing hide and seek, bags would stop decorating the dining table, and chargers might finally stop disappearing into whatever mysterious dimension they've been visiting for years. Organization isn't built through giant weekend cleanups, it's built through tiny decisions repeated every day. 9. Seasonal decorations only. Have you ever seen a Christmas decoration still hanging up in July? Or Valentine's heart surviving long enough to celebrate Halloween? Many of us decorate once and accidentally create permanent residence. Japanese homes take a gentler approach. Instead of filling every shelf with decorations all year long, they rotate them with the seasons. Spring brings fresh flowers. Summer feels lighter. Autumn welcomes warm colors. Winter becomes cozy and peaceful. The home changes naturally, just like nature itself. Because only a few decorations are displayed at any one time, each one feels more meaningful. Nothing has to compete for attention. Your eyes can actually rest. And here's the funny part. When every corner is decorated, nothing stands out anymore. It's like wearing every piece of jewelry you own to buy a loaf of bread. Sometimes elegance comes from knowing when to stop decorating. 10. An emergency kit. This next item isn't about style. It's about wisdom. Japan experiences earthquakes, typhoons, and other natural disasters. So many families keep a basic emergency kit ready at all times. Inside, you might find bottled water, flashlights, batteries, first aid supplies, important documents, and emergency food. No one keeps these items because they expect disaster tomorrow. They keep them because preparation creates peace of mind today. Think of it like carrying an umbrella. You don't carry it because you enjoy rain. You carry it because you'd rather smile in a storm than panic in one. Being prepared doesn't make you pessimistic. It makes you responsible. And honestly, that kind of quiet confidence is elegant in every country. 11. Natural light. Finally, let's talk about something that costs absolutely nothing. Sunlight. Many Japanese homes make the most of natural light by opening curtains, keeping windows clear, and avoiding anything that blocks daylight from filling the room. The result is remarkable. Rooms feel larger, plants thrive, colors look richer, and people often feel happier and more energetic. Natural light has a way of making even an ordinary room feel alive. Meanwhile, some of us keep the curtains closed all day, as if we're hiding from an international spy agency. Then we wonder why the living room feels like Monday morning. Open the curtains, let the sunshine in. You'll be surprised how much brighter your home and your mood can become. Sometimes, the most beautiful decoration in the house isn't something you buy. It's the sunlight that has been waiting outside your window all along. 12. Neutral colors. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt peaceful? You couldn't explain it. Nothing was shouting for attention. Nothing looked out of place. Somehow, the room simply allowed your mind to relax. That's exactly what neutral colors do in many Japanese homes. Soft whites, warm beige, gentle grays, natural wood, and earthy tones create an atmosphere that feels calm, elegant, and timeless. Instead of competing with each other, the colors work together like a well-rehearsed orchestra. Your eyes don't become exhausted trying to process 10 different bright colors before you've even finished your morning coffee. Think of neutral colors as good friends. They're confident enough not to interrupt everyone else. And here's another hidden benefit. A room with simple colors feels visually cleaner, even when life gets a little busy. No, neutral colors won't magically wash your dishes or fold your laundry. If they could, we'd all repaint the house tomorrow. But they do reduce visual clutter, making a space feel more organized and relaxing without spending another dollar. Sometimes elegance isn't about adding color. It's about knowing when enough is enough. 13. Multipurpose storage. If Japanese homes had a superhero, it might just be furniture with hidden storage. Imagine sitting on a bench that secretly stores blankets, a coffee table hiding in magazines, a bed quietly protecting extra bedding underneath. In Japan, where space is precious, furniture is expected to work over time. Everything earns its place. Instead of buying more cabinets, many people simply choose furniture that performs two jobs instead of one. Now that's efficiency. Compare that with the famous, "I'll just put this here for now" strategy. You know exactly how that story ends. 3 weeks later, for now has become permanent. A pile becomes a mountain. The mountain becomes part of the furniture, and suddenly nobody remembers what's underneath it. Smart storage keeps everyday items close without leaving them on display. your home stays tidy without feeling empty. It's like giving every object a backstage pass instead of forcing it to perform on the living room stage all day. 14. Small trash bins. Here's something surprisingly clever. Many Japanese homes don't rely on one giant trash can. Instead, they often use smaller bins placed where they're actually needed. One in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, maybe another near the desk. It sounds almost too simple, but it works beautifully. When a bin is nearby, people are more likely to throw things away immediately instead of balancing wrappers, tissues, or receipts on every available surface. Small bins also make sorting waste much easier, encouraging recycling and reducing unnecessary mess. Let's be honest, some receipts have survived longer in our pockets than certain friendships, and somehow, that empty snack wrapper keeps following us around the house like it's emotionally attached. Japanese organization quietly removes these tiny daily frustrations before they become tomorrow's clutter. Little habits, big difference. 15. Fresh towels ready. Luxury doesn't always come wrapped in gold. Sometimes it comes folded. Many Japanese families keep fresh, neatly folded towels ready to use at any time. It's such a small habit that many people overlook it. Yet every time you dry your hands with a clean, soft towel, your home feels more welcoming. Guests notice it, family members appreciate it, and everyday routines suddenly feel just a little more special. Compare that to discovering yesterday's damp towel hanging exactly where someone confidently left it. At that point, you're not drying your hands. You're negotiating with moisture. Fresh towels send a quiet message. Someone cares about this home. Someone pays attention to the little things. And those little things often create the biggest feeling of comfort. 16. A tea corner. Finally, let's visit one of the most peaceful parts of many Japanese homes, the tea corner. It doesn't have to be large. It doesn't require expensive furniture. Sometimes it's nothing more than a small tray, a kettle, a few cups, and a quiet place to pause. But its purpose is far greater than making tea. It reminds people to slow down, to breathe, to sit for a few peaceful minutes without checking notifications every 12 seconds. In today's world, that's practically a superpower. Life constantly tells us to hurry. The tea corner quietly whispers, "You can rest now." And honestly, your phone can survive 5 minutes without your supervision. If it starts paying your bills while you're gone, then you have permission to worry. Japanese homes understand something many of us forget. A peaceful home isn't created only by what you clean. It's also created by the moments you intentionally protect. Sometimes the most valuable space in your home isn't the biggest room. It's the little corner where your busy mind finally gets permission to be still. 17. Cleaning supplies easy to reach. Here's a question. When you need to wipe a small spill, how long does it take to find the cleaning spray? If your answer is somewhere behind the vacuum cleaner, under a pile of shopping bags, next to a mysterious box I haven't opened since 2019, then you're not alone. Many Japanese homes keep cleaning supplies exactly where they're needed. A cloth in the kitchen, a spray bottle under the sink, a small brush in the bathroom. Nothing is hidden so well that you need a treasure map to find it. And that's the secret. When cleaning tools are easy to reach, cleaning becomes easy to start. A 5-second wipe prevents a 30-minute scrubbing session later. It's much easier to clean one tiny splash than an entire science experiment growing on the countertop. Japanese homes don't stay tidy because people love cleaning. They stay tidy because cleaning is incredibly convenient. The less effort it takes to begin, the more likely you'll actually do it. 18. Empty space. Now we're about to uncover one of Japan's greatest home secrets. Empty space. Yes, empty space. In many homes, every corner has to be filled. Another chair, another shelf, another decoration, another "I'll definitely use this someday" purchase. Before long, your house starts looking like it's preparing for a yard sale that never happens. Japanese homes often do the opposite. They leave space intentionally, not because they can't afford more, because they don't need more. Empty space allows light to travel. It gives your eyes somewhere to rest. It makes a room feel calm instead of crowded. Think of a conversation where everyone talks at the same time. It's exhausting. A room packed with objects feels exactly the same. Sometimes the most beautiful thing in a room is the part with nothing in it, because space isn't wasted. Space is part of the design. 19. A daily planner or family board. Another quiet habit found in many Japanese homes is a simple planner or family board. Nothing fancy, just one place where everyone can quickly see the day's schedule, shopping list, reminders, or important appointments. Instead of asking, who was supposed to buy milk 6 times a day, the answer is already waiting on the board. It reduces confusion, it prevents forgotten errands, and perhaps most importantly, it gives everyone a little more peace of mind. Let's be honest, our brains already have enough to remember. Passwords, birthdays, where we parked the car, and that one song lyric we've been singing incorrectly for 10 years. Writing things down doesn't mean you're forgetful. It means your mind is free to focus on what truly matters. 20. A gratitude corner. Finally, we come to one of the simplest and most meaningful ideas. A gratitude corner. It doesn't need to be large. A small vase of fresh flowers, a cherished family photo, a favorite book, or a simple decoration that reminds you of what matters most. This tiny space isn't designed to impress visitors. It's designed to remind you to slow down and appreciate the life you're building. Every time you walk past it, you're gently reminded that a beautiful home isn't measured by how expensive it looks. It's measured by how it makes people feel. And here's something worth remembering. Fresh flowers never argue with the television remote. Family photos never complain about the Wi-Fi. They quietly fill a house with warmth without making any noise at all. Perhaps that's the greatest lesson Japanese homes teach us. The most valuable things we keep aren't always the most expensive. They're the ones that quietly make everyday life feel a little more peaceful, a little more meaningful, and a lot more like home. Before we close the front door on today's tour, I'd like you to imagine something. Picture 2 homes. The first is filled with expensive furniture, luxury decorations, designer brands, and gadgets in every corner. It certainly looks impressive, until you can't find your keys, trip over a charging cable, and spend 15 minutes searching for the TV remote that's somehow hiding in plain sight. Now picture a second home. It isn't the biggest, it isn't the most expensive, but it's peaceful. Everything has a purpose. Every object has a place. The air feels lighter, the rooms feel calmer, and somehow, just walking through the front door makes you breathe a little deeper. So here's the real question. Which home actually feels richer? That's the lesson hidden inside so many Japanese homes. They're not beautiful because they're filled with more things. They're beautiful because every single thing has earned the right to stay. Real elegance has never been about collecting more. It's about choosing better, keeping what adds peace, removing what creates stress, and making room for the people and moments that matter most. Because at the end of the day, your home isn't competing in a furniture competition. It isn't trying to win an award for most stuff successfully squeezed into one living room. Your home has one simple job: to make your life easier, calmer, and happier. So before you buy something new this week, ask yourself one small question. Does this add peace or just take up space? Now I'd love to hear from you. Which Japanese habit surprised you the most? And which one are you going to try first? Share your answer in the comments below. Your idea might inspire someone else to create a calmer, cleaner, and more meaningful home. And if you enjoyed this journey into the quiet wisdom of Japanese living, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more timeless habits that make everyday life feel a little more elegant.